The tiff between Kenya and Somalia almost breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because neighbors are brothers and brothers are neighbors. It is not right for the people of these two countries that their leaders would put them in conflict. Somalia needs Kenya. Kenya needs Somalia. The Somali people and Kenyans are brothers and sisters. You cannot separate them. I want to advise the government of Somalia that you need Kenya. That you do not bite the hand that feeds you. Kenya has done so much for you as Somali people. That's not in doubt. Therefore, even when they overdo one or two things, find a better way of sorting out. And for my Kenyan government, you need Somalia. Somalia is not just a neighbor. Somalia is a strategic neighbor. Much more strategic than you might think. And when you are the bigger brother, do not do things because, do not have this feeling people get when somebody they have helped gets out of step. You get annoyed. I've done so much for so and so. Waswahili wanasema tenda wema nenda zako. If you've done so much for Somali people, be proud that you've done it. But don't use it against them every time they make one wrong move. There are bad things they have done, like taking you to the international court. But that can be resolved. I want to inform the Kenyan government that Uganda is our biggest trading partner. It's our good neighbor. Somalia may not be that. Although, for those who don't know, once Somalia becomes a peaceful country, once they settle politically, it will take them less than 20 years to be an economic giant. So they will also become a big trading partner. They will be a big economic giant because the Somali diaspora will bring home skills, resources, and above all, love for their country. And it will take them less than 20 years for this country to be such a big economy that you will regret having messed your relationship. But more importantly, the significant presence of the Somali population in this country, the significant presence of Islam in this country means the Kenyan government has to be strategic in the way they deal with Somalia. Kenya ought to be strategic, extremely strategic. It is in the interest of this country to know how they deal with the government of Somalia. It is in the strategic and the future interest of this country to know how to relate with their neighbor. You need to be much more strategic in dealing with Somalia than dealing with Tanzania or Uganda. I will not go into the details. Those in the intelligence world will know what I mean. It is extremely important that we hold our brother's hand. When you are holding your brother's hand in the way and manner in which we are holding Somalia's hand, you need to be patient. You need to be able to be the big brother. Somebody you are helping can also even insult you. They could even slap you. But because you are the bigger brother, guide them in the manner in which you are guiding Somalia back to normalcy, back to political and economic stability. In that manner, be big enough and move forward. You as the big brother, move forward. And when you are dealing with a strategic neighbor like Somalia, before you make a move of that nature, you need to think deep and consult widely. I therefore found it, I'm not an expert in this area, but I find it difficult to believe the communication about not necessarily calling the ambassador. They say they call the ambassador back to consult and ask Somalia to recall theirs for consultation. That's okay. But at the level at which it was done, at the level of a principal secretary, I found it a little not quite okay. And my advice to my country and my government is that matters of this level must be handled at a very high level, at a national security level. I'm not sure if this communication or if this step or if this action arose out of a national security meeting. I don't know. All I know, if that had been the case, it would have been handled by the minister, Monica Juma, a very capable and intelligent minister. I doubt that it should have been handled by a PS. Finally, going forward, let us be strategic in the way we deal with Somalia. Let us even look at our involvement in the country. Let us begin to have an exit strategy. Let us not deal with the Somalia question as if we will always be there policing them and helping them militarily. Kenya, time has come for us to have an exit plan. But before we do that, and as we do that, we must not do, by the way, in this kind of environment of animosity. First, we must get back to normal, eat on the same table with our Somali brothers and sisters, and when we are now taking coffee after the meal, we will plan with them how we will exit their country, not long from now.